And it's finally time for another video. I've started work on the elevators. I've actually finished them at this point, and as you can see here, I am preparing some of the ribs and deburring them. In this step, you can see that I am assembling the wingtip rib assemblies, and I actually had quite a lot of trouble with this, getting everything to fit. I felt like I was really fighting with it to get everything put together appropriately. Alright, time to bend the tabs down on the elevator skins. So, a little bit nervous about this step. So I wasn't sure how nervous I should be about this step until I read some things on the forum about how easy it is to crack the skins, but ultimately all of the elevator skins and the trim tab skins folded down really nicely, and I got very nice tabs without using any riblets. And here you can see that I got a little bit of help from my brother-in-law Mike, and he learned how much fun it is to remove clecos. More deburring fun with Benjamin. My EA technical advisor recommended using some removable tape, which is essentially just one of the kinds of Scotch tape or 3M tape, instead of using masking tape, and it does work better. You can see where you're putting the rivet gun. So this is what happens when you don't read the instructions carefully enough. You end up putting in a few dozen rivets that don't need to be placed yet, and then you get to drill them out. And it was very nice to have the bucking bar that was already manufactured by Cleveland Tool, or at least sold by Cleveland Tool, so I didn't have to make my own bucking bar for this step. And in this step, I am putting in some of the blind rivets into the ribs that are down low, and the instructions talk about making a spacer to make it easier to do this. But with this Arrow swivel head riveter, I was able to get in there without any difficulty. Unfortunately, right after this, my Arrow swivel head riveter broke and the threads were all stripped, and I ended up getting a DeWalt one instead. In this step, I'm inserting the foam ribs with Pro Seal, and I'm also going to use Pro Seal on the trailing edge, and then you'll see me clamp it down with some aluminum angle. And I ended up using some aluminum angle that I was going to need later, so I had to order some more to replace that. So far I've done the rudder using the double-sided tape method, and I've used the Pro Seal for these edges, and I definitely prefer the double-sided tape method.